Hey guys, welcome back to ISI Tarot, and I am here to give you a message for today. Okay, so first off, we're going to start off with, we have the Two of Swords with the Ten of Swords on here. And I feel like some people are in a situation where you kind of feel like you've been at almost like a stalemate, or almost like feeling like, because the Ten of Swords can represent like beating a dead horse, a dead situation. And I feel like it's more so of a some type of disagreement for resolution, because there's someone, people are not kind of like looking for other options. They almost have it like it's either going to be this way or this way. And with that, I feel like it's definitely saying that there is possibly another way. There's always multiple ways to do stuff, honestly. So I feel like it's telling you to look for a third option, in a sense, like step outside of the box or think outside of the box and see, like, change your perspective maybe, to see if there's another way. Which leads me to the Magus card and the Ace of Swords. And with that, I feel like with being open to other options for resolution, whether this is actually like doing a job or trying to plan something and figuring out like how to, fully get it started and execute it. But I feel like with the Magus card, it's like, it's kind of like, for me, it's making me feel like you're expanding your mind. You're opening up your mind to, and your consciousness to all of the possibilities, because the Magus could also represent messages anyway. So it's like, with that, it's like it's like different stuff floating around on here, and to me it's like, it makes me feel like I'm seeing like ideas flying by his head while he's figuring things out. So you definitely want to open yourself up, take a step back from the situation, and maybe disconnect from a personal standpoint and kind of be like, okay, how can I look at this from another angle, from another perspective? So then it brings me to the Prince of Swords with the Seven of Discs, and with that, it's kind of a warning, because we can get, especially with this Aries energy right now, like this is time to take action, to be in movement, to actually execute some things. But it can make you feel like you can kind of take on the world and take on too many jobs, responsibilities, whatever the case might be, projects, and it will make you end up being unstable, because even though the Prince of Swords is very ambitious and very smart, very skillful, he's also unstable. And I feel like that's because, especially in this situation, I feel like there is too many things that you're focusing on, and you need to be able to cut down some of that stuff so you can really put in the necessary energy into something. Because if you aren't, it's going to feel like that Seven of Discs. It says failure on the card, and it also represents like almost like a worry of failure coming, because it's like you wonder if what you're doing is worth, like what you're going through, all of that, like what you're pursuing, is it worth it? And I feel like if you, again, are very mindful of the projects, the load that you have taken on, to where you are not spreading yourself out so thin, you won't have to worry about the failure. Things will play out like they're supposed to. But again, you definitely have to make sure that you're being mindful to have that stability. The disc is the earth element, and earth usually represents stability. So you want to make sure that you don't jeopardize that, because again, that failure can easily come and it can quickly come, and you might find yourself like trying to figure out where you went wrong and not realizing that it's as simple as needing to know where to cut off your load for the time until you have finished certain things and projects and everything like that. Now we go to our first Oracle card, which says clear your mind. It is the last quarter moon in Gemini, and the message with this is to stop worrying so much. First of all, whether it's you or somebody in your space, somebody is worrying a lot, and the message with that is to stop first and foremost, because you can't really manifest anything when you're so focused on the things that you don't want, instead of being in the space of thinking about the stuff that you do want and coming from a happy place, not from a I need this, more so of a this is just what I desire kind of place. Like that's where the happiness resides. So it's definitely, I feel like you should, whatever's going on, go through it, like write it down, process it, talk through it. That way you can figure out how you can effectively reach your goals, like execute what you need to be able to reach certain goals, or just to get on the other end of a situation. But you definitely want to take a step back with clearing your mind. The best thing you can do, that I tell people all the time, at least in my opinion, is to make sure you ground yourself and just like connect with the energies of the earth, but also just go within. You find so many answers for things when you go within. You find peace when you go within. So you want to make sure that there is that you have that practice instilled within you. If you don't do it, get into it. But that's just one of the best type of things to do to me. Ground yourself, channel that energy, like let go of the bad, inhale, the good effective energy from the earth and everything like that, from the skies and all of that, and really center yourself. That way you can start to let go of the unnecessary things and start to process what you need to help you continue to move forward. And finally, we end off with our animal spirit card, which is the lizard. And honestly, the lizard reminds me of people that are empaths, because the lizard is very tuned in when it comes to the senses and everything. The lizard hears what has yet to be spoken, sees what has yet to be manifested, and they're very big on energies. Like they can feel the energies that are around. And with this right now, for all of you, especially empaths, it's saying that it's time for you to actually take a step back, just like the guidance from the oracle card. It's saying take a step back, from the big city lights and just being so extra social, and to go within and be able to channel your inner creativity, your inner spirituality, just that inner peace and everything. If you are a lizard personality, once you are if you are really embodying it, you're usually highly psychic, very creative, very spiritual. If you're not, you're completely the opposite with that. So you want to make sure that you are. To me, it feels like self-care to an extent, like spiritual self-care. Make sure you are checking in and going within yourself. Again, just like the oracle card for that said, clear your mind. Go within, get more in touch with yourself and what your energetic body is feeling and telling you. And that will allow you to be able to move a little bit more freely and with a clearer mind, with a clearer sense of perception, I guess. So keep that in mind, please.